With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Check nickel. Alert. 10. Good tight.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They go read option with Wilson. A pitch back. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Tight dog. Check. Crunch.
This is Penny. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing is Wilson, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but now it's 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Check, 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 check. Do. Check 37. Check 37. 6. Bring it, guys. Fight 51. Mike 50.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
Here's Bosher to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac. If you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
That's a run. They're running it.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Wilson steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go read option with Wilson. He pitches it out, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
March 43. Double dog. That's the way.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. They can't hang with that.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Cardinals have taken the lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
12. Cook right.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wilson operating from the gun. Buying time to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
43 is the mic. 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 43 is the mic.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he rifles one incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Wilson flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Flush to his right. It's complete to Williams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. To throw is Wilson. And this one's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Let's see what you got.
To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 17, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
First down, Murray. Being chased out left. That ball complete to Isabella. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray escaping the pressure. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And the Seahawks have picked it up. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
So the left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
43. Further.
Now Wilson to throw again. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Double count. 43. Watch the pass. 43.
Wilson will throw again. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This is taken at the 3. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Murray. Got his man. It's Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Johnson. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tackles.
On second down and 4. Murray, he'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A first down carry here for Johnson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On second down, this is Edmonds. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Murray going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney, his second sack of the night.
That's the second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They'll run it again with Penny. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, the coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, a give to Penny. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll run it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
First down and
10. Ready? 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Murray now to throw. Dancing to his left. He finds his man Johnson. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Now, field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Murray sets to throw on fourth. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Boom. Check three. Check.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissling. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Wilson now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Move the team. Heavy on the edges.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 33.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football and everything else.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Steps away to his left. This one caught by Isabella. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Here's Murray. Able to find Isabella. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A first down there on a pickup of 25. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner Murray. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll go option to the short side. Pitches it to Johnson. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Right there in the middle. 55.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 18. 43 to Mike. Here we go.
Throwing now is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the... And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Here we go. Double time. 3 down.
Murray now on first down. Roberts has it. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now Murray. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down. 51's the mic, boy. 51. All day, baby. All day.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now Wilson, eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson wants to throw it. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
36 power. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. 55.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Take it at the 37.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Seahawks, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.